this is a good afternoon from UCU, and in UCU we are actually celebrating the International Students Week. But with that besides the point, I will tell you the breed of guests that I have today. Very excited that I'm here with them. Welcome to the Empowered. The Empowered is an avenue for you to learn things and be empowered to make the right choices. And today I am excited, very excited that I have two people, a lady and a gentleman. I should say a very ravishingly dressed lady and a true gentleman, and you will know what I'm saying when you heard from him. A true gentleman. So I'm going to ask them to introduce themselves, and then they will tell us exactly what makes them tick about this segment of the Empowered.
Hello, my name is OGBUELI Divine-FAVOUR IRUOMACHUKWU. I am a student at Uganda Christian University, pursuing Bachelor's of Nursing Science, and by the special grace of God, I am part of the people who will be graduating in July. I am a Nigerian by nationality.
My name is BUSHENYULA SHEBAKANGA THEOPHILE. I'm a student at Uganda Christian University. I'm doing the Bachelor of Information Technology under the Department of Computing, and I'm happen to be the president of the International Student Association at UCU also. And by the grace of the Lord, I'm going to graduate in the coming month of July.
Very good. See what I told you? So one, we have Theo, we call him Theo, sorry, our gentleman, he's Congolese, and then Divine, our Nigerian smarty. The smartness. So I just wanted them to share with us, if each one of you could please tell us exactly how you came to know about UCU and how you came to make the choice of studying the programs you are studying at UCU, please.
For me, personally, I didn't know about UCU, but I had a cousin who was already here. We grew up together, we went to the same schools, primary, secondary. So my parents found out about a school through her and her parents, and they sent me here. And the truth is that I came to do medicine and surgery, not nursing. But after the first, we did pre-entry, and apparently there are two batches, but we didn't know. The first list came out and my name was not on that list. So after talking with my parents, I'm like, let me just start nursing instead of sitting around doing nothing. So I started nursing, and in the first semester, in the middle of the first semester, the second list came out and my name was on that list. That was when I actually realized that there was a second list for medicine and surgery. So my parents asked me, do you want to go for it and leave nursing, or do you want to continue nursing? I thought about it. For many reasons, I decided let's stick to the nursing that I've started doing. And honestly speaking, so far so good. Like, we have finished those 4 years, and I can tell you that it was God's hand, it was God's will that I stick to that nursing and not go for medicine.
So you feel your calling is in nursing?
Yes, I feel like, yeah,
that's where you belong. Great, interesting ways how God works, isn't it? You join something, you think, oh, since I can't go there, let me go here. Then you find that actually God wanted you there in the first place. Interesting. Theo, please, if you can tell us.
Well, my experience is quite long, big, but I'm going to cut it short. Before coming at UCU, I was in Congo and another university. I had already started.
Wow.
But due to the COVID pandemic, we stopped studying by then. And I was there. It was a province in Congo. It's a town called Kindu. I was there doing nothing for a whole month. And I discovered that there is online studying in Kampala, Uganda. When I came in Uganda, I was coming to another university, which is not UCU.
Oops.
Yeah, I was coming to another university, which is not UCU.
Okay.
But after reaching, in the same situation, I had someone that studied at UCU. They told me to just give it a try, to come and give it a try and see how it is and how they teach. And since it was COVID, I was like, I can try something, and if it's not that nice, I can leave. I came at UCU. I did the HEC program. UCU has a higher certificate program. I did that and I passed it very well. When I came to choose my faculty, they had displayed it and I chose it, but unfortunately, again due to the pandemic, there were no students. We were studying online. UCU didn't have a lot of students in that specific course, and I had to leave UCU. I went for a whole year. I left for a whole year. Yeah. And trust me, in the whole year I didn't rest. I was looking for other universities, but I didn't get a university like UCU. So I decided to come back and pursue my information technology. I wanted to do electronics engineering, and I had just information technology as a second choice, and I'm doing well in it. And I think I love it here. Yeah.
We love it here.
Actually, I even took a break of 1 year from UCU because my faculty didn't have the program I wanted. Okay, they had the program, but the students were not enough. The program was shuffled. That S6 students in Uganda didn't finish, and I was alone in that program.
Yeah.
And I left UCU, and I took 1 year, and I didn't rest. I was going to many countries, by the way. I went to Burundi, Rwanda. I almost went to Tanzania, just to look for a university with the same level as UCU. But I came back after realizing, like, I think UCU is my only choice in East Africa. So I decided to stay, and I took my second option, which was information technology by then. And it happened to be something that fits me the most than electronics, though I still do electronics as a hobby.
So you're happy with information technology, the program that
I'm okay with it. I'm happy with it. I love it.
Interesting. God places us in places we have no idea.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. And I think there are so many stories that actually resonate with you, people who end up studying courses that they haven't learned to study, and then they end up thriving in them and finding their calling right there. God is very interesting for that. So how has your stay in UCU been?
Well,
yes,
it has been quite the journey.
So Divine has been here for like 5 years now?
Yeah, because I did hate
Yes.
I came 2021 in March. Yes. So, I've gone home once in that period back to Nigeria. So it has been quite a journey.
Yeah.
Coming here, normally I am not that type that loved making friends. I had very few friends from primary, nursery through secondary. I could count the number of friends I had in one hand, like the fingers. Exactly. So I was not a fan of making friends.
Yeah.
And then to make matters worse, when I came here, I had someone I knew from home.
Yeah.
So it's like the friendship continued. I didn't see reason to make friends with other people.
Yeah.
But the good thing is, like, I keep telling people, one of the good things I noticed about Uganda is the hospitality, the niceness. At some point, if you ask any Nigerian, they will tell you that Ugandans are too nice to a fault. Like, the niceness is a lot.
Yeah.
So yeah, you will find people trying to make friends, but because I'm not the type that love making friends, I would always push people away. So yeah, it continued like that up until. But the good thing is, yes, I didn't make a lot of friends, but I had a way of thriving. Like, where it is needed, where people are needed, like in class, you know how you need people for group presentation, you make that rapport with them in class. That was what I was able to do. But I think it was up until third year when I joined choir. I've been meaning to join choir since I came, because I was in choir book at home in high school, but I didn't join. I wanted to be in the dark, like on a low profile. But third year, I decided to join choir, and that was when I started making a lot of friends from choir. And then I entered leadership in international students, in choir, in nursing, like leaderships everywhere. And because of that, you find yourself making friends. And I would say it's not as bad as I thought. Like, yes, it's not bad to make friends. Yes, right now I can tell you that from third year to now, the number of friends I now have, it's way more than the number of friends I've had for like all my life before then.
Wow.
Yes, from choir, from class, from international students, like just generally people, and from this person you know this person, and even with staff, like there is that rapport and friendship now, and it has really been wonderful. Now let me give an instance. In clearance, some people find it difficult, but the day I cleared, I prayed to God and I'm like, go before me before I start clearing, because you can go for clearance for like 2 weeks, you are still trying to clear because people are not in office or things like that. So I prayed that prayer, and as God may have it, I started clearance like at 9 a.m. By 12 p.m. I was done. I got the last signature, like I gave the faculty there. But the funny thing is that like when I got there, I saw people that I was in good terms with, people I had created rapport with, people I had become friends with, and it's their stuff. So it's like trying to tell you that making friends is not bad. So if you're like me, who hated making friends, who didn't like a lot of friendship and all that, it's not that bad, and you will get there. So honestly speaking, like my stay in Uganda, if you asked me like last year in Jan, around this time last year, if you would miss anything about Uganda, I'm like, what will I miss? Nothing. My friends are at home, what. But right now, I would miss the people, like their friends I've made. So, and Uganda is a very good place, a nice place. The people are very nice. So I think my journey so far, through the ups and downs, God has been grateful, and God has brought good people in my life, which is also part of why I said that I think there was a reason God wanted me to stay here. Because if I got medicine, I would be in Mengu, not here. Exactly. So it has been a good journey so far. Thank God.
I may need to let you in on Divine, tell you that she's a great worship leader and she leads worship in Uganda.
Wow, now you know Uganda is.
Yes, as God may have it.
She stands
God
on
gets
the
the glory
and leads in Uganda songs. So the first time I said, is that a Divine I know? And she was the one. So it's very impressive, and then she's also very, very caring. Like she will reach out to see how you're doing. So when I lost my dad and I was so depressed, she's the one who would come to my office just to say, so how are you today? I'm checking on you to see how you're doing. She's that sweet, and it's been a privilege for me to get to know her. And I'm sure this is not the last time I'll be seeing her.
Yeah.
Who knows, I could even come to Nigeria.
Who knows, I could come back to Uganda. You never know.
We don't know, she might come back to Uganda and stay and take on like a Ugandan last name.
That sounds good.
we don't know.
You never know.
Let's hear from Theo. So tell us about your stay.
Well, my stay was tough. Right at the beginning, when I stepped in Uganda, everyone was speaking English. Everyone, from the border guy to the person that was carrying my luggage, they were all speaking English. I was like, guys, are you okay? I speak French. The only thing I know. Even my aunt that came to pick me, where at my arrival point, she would also speak English. The kids, the dad. Though I had some broken English, I had started in secondary school, like in S3 or something. I was trying to put things together, and it was tough. But I had to start university in 2 weeks. I came in, I did higher education certificate. I didn't know English at all, but I had Madam Pamela as my teacher.
Yes.
Yeah, she was my teacher. Yeah. She used to give us some exercise. We were studying online. There's one I remember. It was so hectic. Actually, at the beginning I hated it. She used to tell us to wake up. She sent us some text to read it out loud and hear ourselves. It was what kind of some exercises we were getting. At the beginning I hated it, but I started loving it when I was hearing myself after 2 weeks. I was like, I'm improving. So the language has been a challenge for 1 year almost, but I got it. I think now I have some English that can help me talk in front of people.
You have a good English.
Did you hear him? He can rap in English.
Come on, no, I can't rap.
Now you even think in English, right?
Yeah, actually, now I fail to think in French. I can't watch a French movie. I can't think in French.
Yes.
Even when I go back in Congo, in brackets, when I have to do speeches, sometimes I feel I'm speaking and I'm like, guys, I forget that I'm in French. I'm in Congo, but
you need to say it in French.
Yeah.
Then you say it in English.
Yeah. But after the language, that part of choosing the faculty was also a challenge because it took me time. And for us during COVID, we didn't stay around campus. There were no one. We were staying in our apartment around Buguju. We were alone. So it took us some time to adapt. And it was even one of my motivation to go into leadership, because for me, I got to know that I had countrymates in Mukono after a whole semester. That's why I discovered that there are Congolese in Mukono. Now they helped me. They helped me a lot to bond. So after that, the rest of my career, I finished HEC with a second class, something like that. But the rest of my staying at UCU was just, I was daring myself into leadership. I was pushing myself into leadership positions, into activity with the government, with the school, with my department, especially the computing department. They also challenged me with a lot of presentation. Some lecturers used to give me presentation because it's me. They told me, you have to present. You don't tell a friend to present for you. So you practice.
You have to practice.
And I praise God that because I've evolved, I've grown. I'm a better person from when I came. Actually, UCU, I compared myself to how I could be if I stayed to some other university. I won't say names. I think I made the best choice. My staying here was nice. I really loved it here.
What a testimony. I could tell you something about Theo, that he's a leader. He's a true leader who cares about individuals. So he look out for that one person and make sure that that one person is fine, and then go to the next. And I used to wonder, where does he get the time from? Because he look out for each person individually, and then he's a gentleman. Oh my God, he's like a French gentleman. You know those Polish gentlemen who, when they are with the ladies, they want them to go first.
Ladies first.
Then you find ladies talking about him because he just lets them be ladies. So your mother did a great job.
Thank you.
And it's been an honor for me to meet his parents.
My father.
His brother, his dad, and your auntie as well. It makes me feel actually like as if I'm in Congo already.
Actually, you are part of the family. They always like, how is that mama we found her? But she's okay, she's fine.
It's a great honor for me. That's part of the cool things about being a DOSA, is that you bond with people really well. Now my interest is, so these two, the lad and the lady, are completing university. They're getting ready to graduate. Yay! Graduating, and they're graduating really well. They've studied, no retakes in spite of no retakes, no failures. They've finished within the record time. They have not given us a headache. That's basically why I'm sitting here with them. I'm not in prison with them, you know. We are not in some detention places and tribunal and all of these places with them, but we are seated here and smiling together, and they are completing well, and it's very good to finish well. So I want them to tell us about how they are finishing. Watch this.
Okay, so as God is always good all the time. As God may have it, like she said, no retakes from first semester up until fourth year second semester. No retakes, all the internship, recess, we did all of that. And I'm not trying to say that maybe people who had retakes, they didn't try or something. It could be one thing or the other. And believe me, we've had sleepless nights. We've had days where we think this particular course unit, are we really going to make it? This particular, are you sure we won't go and write this paper? And funny enough, those course units, they come out and like you did way more than you thought that you did. Like God is just so good. God is wonderful. And as God may have it, all my semesters, the first semester and second semester, I had 3 points, but from second year upwards it was just 4 points. And as God may have it, right now we are graduating with a second class upper.
Second class upper. Yes.
So God is very good.
Yes. And this is a good second class upper. And the whole point is you might have your own challenges as you go through. She hasn't visited home. I think she went once in 4 years. Once she hasn't eaten that food that mommy has prepared. Jollof rice. She hasn't had a feel of home. But here she is, and she has excelled, and she's going to go home victorious. This is how we should all finish. Let's listen to Theo.
Well, I think I'm so thankful to God, and I'm proud of myself.
Oh yes.
Yeah, I give it all I could. Actually, a shout out to my parents. This is all for them.
Yeah.
I'm working hard for them because I know UCU is an excellent university.
Great.
And excellency has a price. Yeah, and they have the price they deserve. And my parents made sure to afford that.
Yeah.
And it was one of my motivation. Every time I was about to sleep, I was thinking about the zeros after the 3. And
Oh, yes.
I worked hard in my faculty. Sometimes I would give up, but shout out to my head of department,
Yeah.
Dr. Innocent Divatia,
Yeah.
who has been a good mentor for us, and the lecturers we got. To that, I add again God. I could work hard and I finished with a first class degree.
First class.
I made a first class throughout my year,
Oh, yes.
and it was an incredible journey.
Proud. This is somebody who couldn't speak English when he came. He couldn't hear anyone. And he has got a first class. Like,
Yeah,
throughout.
actually, I made it because of the motivation I got around,
Right.
the hard work. Again, if there is something I would advise to my fellow students, at the end of it all, it's hard work. Hard work and prayers.
Yeah.
Those two prayers that pay at the end.
Yeah.
And up to now, the good thing is, I feel like the way I finish is that why God sent me to UCU. I'm not finishing like a simple first class graduate, but I'm having a chance of finishing with mentors with me. I'm having career guidance from people around UCU for some stuff. They are easy to talk to. Actually, I'm finishing not only with a package of material, IT, but I'm finishing with some life advice. I'm finishing with some qualities, even some fruit from the Holy Spirit, because I've been attending some services around, which was not in my plans for university. Being on a service every week, why?
It wasn't there.
But
You wanted to go to the library.
yeah, actually, I'm finishing being a better person than I came. That's my pride. The first class, yes, but the person I've become,
Amen.
it's something that I love. It's something that I praise God for every day, and I hope and I wish that I keep on growing every day.
That's good. We have cake. This is cake. Cake that you eat when you're really happy that you're eating it, because you know that behind it there's something more valuable than just a piece of paper. Because I think education is beyond the certificate.
Yeah,
it's
true.
beyond the marks that
Yeah.
you get, and that's what you're saying. And
Yeah.
that's what I'm happy that I am hearing. So now I just want you to tell us what next. Like, what are you thinking about doing next? Like, where are you? What are you boiling to do next now that you're graduating? By the way, graduation is 4th July. 4th July, so I'll be attending both parties. I don't know whether this is in Nigeria and this is in Congo. I actually don't care, but I'll be attending and I'm enjoying myself. So what's next?
Well, to be honest, for a while, I was asking myself honestly, what's next? There is that gratitude, there is that happiness, but there is also that bit of anxiety, bit of fear of, okay, now we are done with this, so we're next. And you know, pocket money is going to ish, yeah. So there is that. But right now, the plan after grad is to go home and get a license from my home country, because the course I did, you need a license. I think every course actually needs a license to practice, but in most courses. So I get home, I do a course, do my internship, get a license, and then from there life goes on. But at the back of my mind as well, I've kind of left it all to God, because you never know what He has in plan for you. Because, for instance, I'm not supposed to be here right now. If I went for medicine and surgery, actually I won't be graduating this year, but next year, because medicine is 5 years. So and here I am. So I've left it all to God. I have those plans to get that license at home and then further masters and all of that. But if He has other plans for us, we would go according to His will. Where He leads, we shall go.
And you shall love those other plans.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about. Yes, Theo.
Okay, all right. For me, the plan after, actually it was one of the questions I was asking myself.
Yeah.
After the last signature on the clearance day, I sat myself in my room and I told myself, and then?
Yeah. Yeah.
And then what? But as I told you, I'm having mentors. I'm still in touch with them. God did it. He put them on my way. I'm still in touch with them. I have big dreams. That I want to launch my startup by July, by God's grace. I've been working on it for the past 2 years. It's one of my big plans, and after that, I plan to live each moment at 100%. Each step I'm doing, it's the gift from God. I want to live it right now. I'm doing some trainings with my mentors around UCU, outside UCU. I'm living them 100%. And after that, I'm already seeing light from God. I know. I'm faithful that the path that He has chosen for me is the one I'm getting into, because I pray for every step I do. Yeah, and I will live it. I will live that future 100% with God.
Wow.
Yes.
This is impressive. What a wonderful moment. What a challenge for me that I can sit with these two young people and then they get to give us these words of wisdom. You can see that they have a vision for their lives. They have a place they are going to and a place they are coming from, and all of this is defined by God. So I really hope that you pick a leaf or two from this, or even an entire branch, because you need to succeed at what you're doing. You need to have a plan. You need to know that God is all the way with you. So thank you so much. Thank you, Theo.
Thank you.
Thank you, Divine. It's been an absolute privilege to have these two in my life, at least for the past very few years. And I know that the next years you are still with me.
Yeah.
Yes. And I am so coming to your country, by the way.
You're welcome.
It will be a privilege. And I wish you all a very wonderful time. Please like us, like The Empowered. Subscribe, like us, make a comment, and help us. If there are things you would want us to focus on, please feel free to share. And this is me, Pamela Tumwebaze, the coolest DOSA. I am speaking from UCU, and of course I will ask my two wonderful people to reintroduce themselves, and then we shall call it a day. Thank you so much.
Okay, once again, this is OGBUELI Divine-FAVOUR IRUOMACHUKWU, Divine for short. We are a student of UCU who is graduating in July, and I am so glad to be here. I'm so glad that you had.
Thank you so much, Madam Pamela, for the invitation to the Empowered. My name is BUSHENYULA SHEBAKANGA THEOPHILE. My friends call me Theo, as she said at the beginning. And once again, thank you. I'm glad to be here and share this amazing experience with all of you.
Thank you so much, and thanks to our cameraman. Thank you.
Thank you.